So a lot of people have asked me about my killer Croc technique and how I fix it. And actually you can see right here, I actually had to repair his crotch area. Here's the original piece that was in there. There's a bubble right there inside of the plastic, and that is what causes all of these breaks, is that air pocket in there, a little bit of tension and it pops. So what I found out was that you could actually use these. They're like covers for electrical outlets and whatnot. Leave outside. It's like a little blank cover. You can buy these on Amazon for a couple bucks, or go down to Lowe's or Home Depot and actually get them cheaper. But the stuff is like crazy thick and it's real durable. And if you cut it just right here in the middle seam, you can actually split it in half. So what I do is I basically shape it with my Dremel. Super glue it in, and it's strange because there's actually two different sides. There's like a real small peg hole, or I guess a peg hole will be over there. What I'll be doing basically though is I'll be drilling through this, and I'll show you that in a second. And what I do is I take a cheap little sea bead. These are like the little things that Girl Scouts make bracelets out of or whatever. These are amazing little pieces. All you have to do is Dremel them out just a little bit, dab some super glue on a screw, and then screw it in. And what this will do is this will actually act as a leg peg, like a thigh peg. You can see here's the leg next to it, and it's almost it's a perfect fit. I mean, I lucked out and just tried this out one time. Yeah, look at that. That's the original leg peg. So it's almost identical, and this thing will hold really solidly. So now you can see that we've got our hole drilled in, goes all the way through, and now I'm going to insert this in, and basically all you have to do to make sure that it's going to be the right I guess length, so you don't get a loose leg, stanky leg, just measure right here in between. I've given it enough room on this side. This right here will actually be cut off on the bottom, but this right here will be our measurement. So we'll screw this all the way in to about right there. I guess it's about half an inch or so, and we'll attach the legs. We'll be done. Anytime I screw in a screw for repair, I always lace it with super glue. This ensures a tighter hold. It's not going to come unscrewed no matter which way you turn any appendage or waist or whatever you're fixing. It basically just forms a nice bond to it and acts as a solid peg instead of a screw. So something kind of cool about this technique is the fact that I use a plastic bead, and since I laced my screw in super glue, I always use a hacksaw right here, trusty hacksaw, to cut my screws so I don't have to bend my wrist or damage it or anything like that. It's really easy on you. But when you put it, basically you get it in your vise, tighten it up really crazy tight, and then you'll hack off the top. What it does though is, since you've got the super glue in there, it heats up the screw. I mean, it's science. Basically your friction is going to cause heat, and it will actually fuse the super glue into the bead even more. And then I'll put super glue on the edge here just to make sure it's a solid hold. But it's in there. This thing's not going anywhere. And so there you go. That's one end screwed in, and the super glue has sealed in the middle as well. Can't get to it. There we go. Super glue in the middle. And so now we got to put on the next piece. And once we get the next piece on, basically all we do is screw on the C bead, put some super glue on it, and then we'll just have to cut this edge off here, which I actually have a smaller hacksaw for that. That little hacksaw right there is amazing, but that probably took about 20 minutes for me to cut that little piece off right there. Anyways, it's been super glued. Now we'll wait for the glue to dry so the legs don't stick, and then we pop the legs on, and this guy is ready to go home. Now that our glue is dried, we're going to take Croc's legs here, set them on the ground, and what we'll do is use our trusty heat gun, or if you have a hair dryer, or if you prefer the hot water method, any of these will work. Just make sure you heat up your plastic to where it's soft and malleable, so you can pop them on those hip pegs and you'll be done. Which you can actually use the same technique on the arm, just put a screw in, but I generally like to just use a thick screw head because it's just quicker. And so here you have it, Killer Croc. He's all good to go. The legs are nice and tight, so you can stand. It's hard to do with one hand. And arms are all good to go. So, like I always say, if they won't return it for you, I'll fix it for you. You guys have a great day.